Hey guys, welcome to today's video where we're going to show you how Claude AI is working inside the platform itself. So it's really similar as to the workings of OpenAI, but let's take a look first. We can go towards the workspace settings integrations tab, as you can see here, and then search for Claude. On the Claude AI, you will be able to enter your API key that you will find in your own developer account of Claude itself. Once filled in and press save, you will have a verified status, hopefully, and then you can use Claude AI inside of your native integration section of your flows. So if we're going to take a look, it's really simple to do. Basically, it will be an action node. With this action node, you will go towards integrations, then Claude AI. From here, you will see that you have two actions. We can create a chat completion similar towards the OpenAI integration, and we can also use a vision. The third action is to clear basically the chat history with the user, which is saved in the system field Claude. So if we're going to take a look at the create chat completion, again, really similar towards OpenAI, where you can give a system message. So for example, you would have a persona, you would have a role, right? Then you might have some information, some business information, and then you will also have some guidelines for responses, right? So you can put that all inside the system message, like tone of voice and stuff like that, right? To build up your own persona. Then you will have the messages, and the messages is most likely the last text input system field, and that will contain the last text input that the user sent towards the chatbot. So you can find that on the last text input. There we go. You can also give a test value whenever you insert a variable. You can also give a test value. So whenever you want to have a test request, you will need to provide that test value because the variables itself will not load within the screen, only on previewing the flow itself. You can set the remember history to yes or no. So that's totally up to you, but you can do this as well. Let's say yes. Then you have different kinds of models that you can use. By default, this model will be used, which is similar towards the cheapest model with OpenAI, I believe, which is GPT-4o Mini. That's also a default for OpenAI. This is the default for Claude. So Claude 3, Haiku, and then a series of numbers. So that is I believe that's the equivalent of the Mini model in OpenAI. Then you can set your max tokens to whatever length you want to, and the model supports, right? So for the temperature, the lower the temperature, the more the AI abides by the rules and regulations that you set up inside the system message. If you say I set it to 1, right, then it will have a little bit more freedom in its responses. But if you set it to 0.4, which is personally my sweet spot for both OpenAI and Claude, then it will abide more by the persona, the role, the guideline system messages and stuff like that you set up yourself inside of this specific prompt. So for the stop sequences, you don't have to really do anything. That is totally optional. So if we're going to preview this a little bit, so let me put up a normal system message and a test value for last text input, and I'll get back to you. So just pre-filled a system message. You can pause the video and take a look. Really simplified system message as well as the user input. Hi, how are you doing? Let's see how the model reacts, right? Because we also need to map the AI response correctly. So if we're going to say test request, then we will see something similar like this. And the most recent reply of the AI you will find under content and then the text section, this one, right? So that will be $.content, 0 between brackets, and then .text. And you can basically, let's say, map this towards a custom field of your own choosing. So let's grab this one, let's press add, and then you will see it popping up at the bottom as well. So this is the way that you can save that reply. You can also save other sections. So if you want to have your input and output token saved, that is something that you can also do if you want to keep track of those things, but it is not a must. It's an optional thing. At least the AI reply needs to be mapped, right? So that is something that you can do. And as you can see from the message, it is a good message. But for example, you could also say in the system message, add fitting emojis. And if we do that, then you will also see if we say test request, then you will already get a totally different kind of reply, right? It's a little bit long and you can adjust that as well. But this is how the Claude AI chat completion works. Similar towards OpenAI Vision, you also have a Claude Vision. And basically what this means is that you can go with integrations, Claude AI, edit action, and from here you can go with vision image to text. If we just leave the model as is, again, you can also have different kinds of models. You can also look that up on the Claude AI page as well. We could, for example, say, give it a prompt. So let's say, describe the image, right? Then you will have an image URL and an image URL too. So you can upload up to 2 images at a time. You can do it with static URLs, or you can also use a dynamic value like a variable. So if you saved it inside of a variable, then you can grab it by pressing this icon. You can set your max tokens. I would advise to at least set it to 500 for vision related images. If I'm going to grab an image URL, so give me a sec and I will see if we can give a preview. So I just grabbed an image and let's see if this actually works. So we said describe the image, and the image is currently this one. So let's see if Claude AI is able to describe what is on this specific image. So let's say test request, and let's see what we get back. So as you can see, the image compares and contrasts the concepts of marketing strategy and marketing plan. According to the image, a marketing strategy is the ideation to launch a campaign. And you can see that it gives a really good description of what this image might contain, right? So that is a really good reply. And you can save this again under content and then just go towards text, and you will then be able to map it towards a custom field towards your own liking. So these are the 2 actions currently supported inside the native integration with Claude AI. If you have any questions, do let us know. But for now, try it out, have some fun with it. And for now, have a great day, take care, and talk soon.